All right, hey guys, are you there? Is anybody out there? Can you hear me now? All right, let's see what's going on, everybody. Hopefully everybody's doing good. Made it through another week, and see what's going on. All right, get everything all set up. Need some wipers here. See if anybody's out there. I know I'm a little bit late. I kind of got way late on some stuff, and yeah, back now. I'm on for a little while. See what you guys are up to. Hopefully, doing good. It's not been too terribly hot, but it's going to start heating up the rest of the week. So, hanging in as best I can. Trying to keep cool. Stocked up on some popsicles and whatnot. And yeah, just been trying to take it easy. Pretty uneventful week, but hopefully where you're at, it's not super hot. Been following all the reviews. I hope you've been enjoying them. Today was a double feature. I had the Wendy's mixed berry frosty and a Wiener Schnitzel chili mac and cheese dog. That one was kind of interesting. What else? Just miscellaneous stuff that here and there. Tried to go back and find a few older ones and clear some of those out for your viewing pleasure. What else? Yeah, that's about it. Just been trying to keep a handle and get new stuff out there for you guys. I looked up a few things. Still, certain things in my area I haven't got. Nowhere is carrying the Mountain Dew, the new Mountain Dew flavors. It always takes a little while to come out. I'm doing okay. I'm having some Papa John's tonight, and yeah. What else? Been trying to. Hey, Scott. Oh, okay, yeah. The God, what was it? I just put it up. I don't even know. I'm like getting really bad on keeping those uploads up to date. I try to get ahead, but it's getting past me. Part of it is I had to film a lot of newer stuff lately and edit them and get them out really quick. So just trying to do that. Yeah, and a lot of new stuff coming out as well. Just having a drink, and I guess you'll probably see this eventually. I'm having oh yeah, the matcha puffs, that's right. I'm having a papadilla from Papa John's. And I'm going to go into it later, but I'm going to have a conversation with the Papa John's manager. Because they done me wrong. Yeah, anyway. I don't know. I just didn't even want to deal with it. I didn't notice until I got to the car. I was like, I'm not going back in there. So, it's not a big deal. Anyway. This is garlic sauce, right? That says, hey, this says garlic. Does it say burger? Does it say burger sauce? No, it does not. That's all I have to say about them. Apparently they don't know how to read. They don't know what's going on. I don't know. Oh well. In fact, I kind of come to the conclusion that I could make my own sauce and I could make it better. Anyway, and they wanted to sell it to you for, what was it, 89 cents. Well, either they gave me the wrong one or they didn't have any. I'm beginning to think they did not have any. Guy wasn't really paying attention. So I probably could have been a little more diligent. Looked at the order and said, hey, you know, but I don't want to be that guy when I go to the thing and yell at the employee and raise my voice and ask for the manager and do all that. I mean, it's too late for that. So anyways, yeah, it'll be here. It'll be here for a while, so I'll get another chance to maybe revisit it. But yeah, I've been on the lookout for different things. Still don't have the Mountain Dew. Yeah. Well, also the burger sauce that they make for their cheeseburger is just mayo and ketchup. And I make my own cheeseburger pizza, so I know how to do the sauce and I know how to do all that stuff. But anyway, I wanted to give theirs a try, and I did, and we'll see. But yeah, I've been looking for stuff. Mountain Dew hasn't hit my area yet. They're always slow getting it at the stores everywhere. Even went to the site. They don't have it on the site yet. I think Amazon had it, but you had to buy two 12 packs for $40. And I'm like, no, thank you. Although granted, now it's like, what? With the deposit, I think you got to pay like $7-8 for a 12 pack. Anyway, yeah, they have 3 different versions. They have Liberty Chill, Firework Fusion, and something else. So the 3 different flavors, but they have not hit my area. They haven't hit it in cans. They haven't hit it in bottles. We're always the last to get it, so it'll probably hit somewhere. I've seen a lot of people been finding them at their gas stations and whatnot. Everywhere I looked, I haven't seen them. But I keep my eyes out. I have a few other items that I have in mind for different stuff. Yeah, we don't have any of those Kroger or Dillon. No Kroger here. Sometimes I can get them at, there's one Circle K. I have to see if I can maybe stop by there next time. But I will keep my eyes out. Meanwhile, I've got other things that are out there that I've been trying to try. If you guys were in, yeah, here we go. If you guys, or some of you guys may have been there, I don't know. If you guys were in Ian's live stream earlier tonight, the reason I knew what he was doing is because I knew what he was up to. So I totally predicted it. I knew it was coming out. And unfortunately, I ordered that from the site the day they released it, directly from Oreos. And then yesterday I got it like a couple days ago, and went to the grocery store, and lo and behold, what's in the grocery store? Yep. So I knew it had hit the stores, so it just took a little while to to ship it. And you don't know what flavor you get. You don't know what color you get until you open it up, either red or blue. So that was kind of cool. Same flavor, just different pictures and Kyber crystals or whatever. So that's the new Oreo Star Wars inspired cookies. So if you want to check those out, apparently they are in stores now. You can check them out. So yeah, I totally nailed it. I knew he was gonna try it because like I said, I saw it in the store and I was like, he's got to have it. He's a big Star Wars fan, just like everybody else. So yeah, they're slowly but surely, summertime, they're putting a lot of things out. Lay's got their summertime chips. They got the two from last year. I tried those already, the Cuban sandwich and the crispy taco. And then I tried the new ones, the salsa fresca and then the sweet heat chili. That one was pretty good. Yeah, so yeah, they got a lot of stuff coming out for summertime. Like I said, Mountain Dew's going to be doing the new thing. I don't know if there's any other patriotic things. If sometimes Hostess and stuff does like fireworks, Twinkies and cupcakes and stuff like that. They have in the past. I don't know if they are or not. They may. So what else? And then they got the other stuff. Doritos. I found out the flavor of the mystery Doritos. Found that out. They officially posted the flavor. A week or two ago, I did the Doritos mystery flavor where, you had to try and figure it out. And apparently the official flavor, and it's going to be coming out, I guess, later, like at the end of the year, under new packaging, is Thai curry chili. So that's what the mystery flavor was of the Flamin' Hot. I knew it was some kind of like a Thai thing, and it had like a curry flavor, like a strange flavor to it. So I was pretty close on that. Yeah, it had a real kind of spicy, peppery flavor. So it's, Thai curry, hot curry, I guess. That's what made it spicy, and then that's what kind of gave it that distinct flavor to it. And it's apparently going to come out with a different packaging, and it's going to come out and it's going to say Flamin' Hot Thai Curry or something like that. So if you wanted to know what that was, that's what it was. So yes, check that one out. I wasn't my favorite flavor. I didn't. That blend of curry was not to my liking. It had a funky kind of aftertaste. Just didn't go well. But not everything's going to be a hit. Some people have things that just do not take off, and some of them I've seen them on the clearance racks. And it's like, oh, this didn't go over well. Anyway. And I am drinking Starburst Ice Orange. That's crazy because they had them at Walmart and they're 97 cents. But when you go online to Walmart, they're 97 cents, but they're $9 shipping individual. So yeah, I have to go in person on that one. I don't like going there right now. Walmart and me are not the best, and the area's not the best, and the store is a mess, and it's just a disaster. So I try to get things shipped. It's easier for me. It's easier for everybody involved, but they don't always have it. And anyways, so I've been looking for that. They've got a lot of other new stuff that is coming out. Carl's Jr.'s put out a new item. with a little bit of not very little fanfare. They've actually got a little bit of a advanced notice. It's the teriyaki burgers, or I think they've had them before. Actually, I did one years back, and it was the pastrami burger, and I had it ready to go, and I switched phones, and when I switched phones, I lost the footage, so I have to wait for that to come back if it comes back. So that one was kind of good. What else do they have? Burger King's kind of quiet right now. They don't have a whole lot of new stuff. Hey, Ryan. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Like I said, hanging in there. It's been up and down with the temperature, and it was mild today. We're gonna get some hot days here and there. It's gonna kind of be spiky, but I've been stocking up on cold drinks and ice cream and popsicles and hydration and all that fun stuff. Drinking lots of water. Yeah, it's been mild for the last couple of days. But like I said, I've been trying to drink lots of water. I've been trying to take it easy, make sure, stay hydrated, keep out of the hot sun and whatnot. And just taking it easy. Like I said, I've been researching stuff online to see what's coming out. I've been hearing bits and pieces, new stuff coming out. It's taken a while to get to some of the stores. They're very slow on getting stuff. And actually, I sent away for some strange new items before. Sounds like Star Trek episode. Beam it up, Scotty. It's a strange new item. So, yeah, stay tuned for those. Those will be coming up. Also trying to go, excuse me, trying to go back and redo or edit some of the older footage that I have, stuff that's been sitting around there, and just want to get it done and get it edited. So if some of the videos you see lately have different backdrops and I look a little bit different, they're a little bit older videos. They've just been sitting around for a little while and I just haven't gotten to them. Maybe they're not all that exciting, so that's why I didn't really put them out. And I try to put the newer stuff out while it's relevant, if it's a limited time. Some of these things, that I've filmed in years past, they may not even be available anymore. So doing them now, I don't know if it's really any good or not. They may or may not be there. But I try to, I'm trying to, put the stuff out in timely fashion. Things that are limited edition have priority. Things that are only out for a little bit of time or hard to find, try to get those out first. So, been trying to keep up on all that stuff. And just keep my eyes out for what's going on with everything else. And I know you guys are probably getting ready for summertime, if you're going to have any barbecues, if you're going to have any cookouts, if you're doing any kind of camping, I guess. A lot of people like to go camping, visit relatives, visit family, go on trips, I don't know, vacations. I'm not planning on going anywhere. I'm planning on staying around. And it is getting ridiculous with the prices, so going out to eat, going out to an event right now, it's really not worth it. Actually, starting this weekend, we have the fair, which we have every year, but it's ridiculous to go. I went, probably 15 years ago. It's not worth it. You have to pay like $8 to park. You got to pay like 12 or 15 bucks to get in. And then while you're there, the food is ridiculous. $10 for a small little burger, $8 or $10 for a drink, all that. And now I've heard every year they have a concert series, and then every day they have different concerts, and some of them are like tribute bands, and then they're like the smaller bands, that are kind of, you know, low end ones, I guess. Tribute, like they always had like tribute to the Beatles and um, Rod Stewart, all the people that were just like them. And that was part of the admission. And you go to like their little amphitheater and you'd wait. Now you have to pay separately for a ticket to get a seat. So not only do you have to pay parking, you have to pay to get in, then you have to pay for the concert. If you want to go to the concert, you got to pay your seat, and you got to pay a fortune for food. And if you want to have any kind of entertainment or buy any products there, you're talking big bucks there. So yeah, spending a day just on your own would cost quite a bit. If you were a family, you could probably easily drop $1,000, with all that. And then you have to pay per person and all that. So, and I just remember it's very hot there. They get a lot of people like with heat stroke. Sometimes they have the first aid tents where they have the misting and people have to cool down. And then they got the carnival and all that fun stuff. That would be kind of cool. I'd like to go there to see if I've been on the search for it. I can't ever find it. I don't think they make it anymore. The pink popcorn. Used to get the pink popcorn in the brick. And you'd go to like the fairs and the circus and all that stuff, and they would go normally to the hot dog stand and the corn dogs and hot dogs and lemonade and frozen banana, and then they had pink popcorn in a brick, but I do not think they make that anymore. Kind of too bad. I used to like that. They had regular popcorn, and then they had the pink popcorn. But yeah, and then they have all the other stuff. And the prices have gone way up. I remember going there and not having to spend so much. Of course, then if you're into the other stuff, they have like horse racing. One year they did have a demolition derby. I don't know if they're still doing that or not. It's a little bit different now. Not a lot of people go. And going in the middle of summertime, a little bit hot. A little bit too hot for me. And it's a lot of walking. So, yeah, not one of my destinations, but some people like it. They take their whole family. They like to go and go on the carnival and go on the rides and go to the concerts and all that stuff. And then they also have the 4-H and the animals and the displays and stuff. Not quite what I remember when I was little. I used to go there all the time for summertime. I worked there one year. That was an experience. I had to work, what was it, 16? I was like 16 or 17, and I had to work 16 days in a row, no breaks. Yeah, I was the guy with the little, the broom and the sweeper, and they put me in different buildings, and I had to go sweep up the display halls and stuff. People throw trash on the ground, and I had to go sweep it up. And I think that was back in 84 or something like that. And I think I got paid $3.50 an hour. And I had to be there from, I think it was like noon to like 5 o'clock. And that's all I did. I just went around and swept up cigarette butts and stuff like that. And yeah, the thing is I got to go to the fair, but I didn't get to see the fair. I mean, I was there physically, but I could go on a day, on a time off, and I could get in with my badge and I could go there, but nothing to see. It was not really fun. Although I did get to, one or two nights they needed help at the amphitheater, and they had me help some people with their instruments. I got to see, who did I get to see? Chris Christopherson was the one act there, and I saw him come out of the stage. They put me behind the gate, and they waited until they came out. And when they came out, they made us go in, and they had to like move some of the equipment back to their bus. And Chris Christopherson was there. He was shaking hands with people. And then one time I went there, there was a band. They didn't make a big thing. It was called Eddie and the Tide. It was like a smaller rock group. And I think another one was, I'm trying to remember. There was one other person, but I didn't get to see him. He just like, boom, he was gone. He was like, he came out of the stage, went into his van, and that was, or he went into the bus, and that was it. You never got to see him. The other people was shaking people's hands and other people, but yeah, they needed people to like move some equipment around, kind of roped me into it. But I did get to see him. You know, I didn't get to meet him or anything like that. I just got to see him. But and then they had the hoochies waiting in the bus for Chris Christopherson. They were, waiting out there, and they had the skirts on and the thing, and hair all frizzed up. They had to put them on the bus first before we put the instruments and the speakers and whatnot. That's okay. No, it wasn't Tom Petty. It was, no, I don't remember. But like I said, it was a way long time ago. I don't even know who's going to be there this year. They list some of the people. Most of them are like tribute bands or smaller bands that, are openers for some of these other ones. Didn't have much hit. But yeah, you got to pay. You got to pay now for a ticket. You got to pay for to get in. You got to pay for while you're there. It's a pretty involved thing. So I'll just let them go. And now they actually shut it down on the 4th. It's not open on the 4th of July because they had a problem. And now they have metal detectors when you go in. One 4th of July, they decided to have a gang war, and pistols came out. People started shooting, and they had to duck for cover. So then they decided, well, we shouldn't have a July 4th day. So they close it up on the 4th, because you know what happens with fireworks and people, and yeah. You get them crazy people drinking their beer, and they like to shoot off their fireworks and their guns and their whatever. So I know we're gonna probably gonna have some of that around here as the weather gets a little bit more summertime, and then you're getting a lot of people that are lighting off fireworks. And they actually did that the other day. Somebody's lighting off fireworks, and then they're setting the neighbor's car alarm off. And they think it's fun, and it's just distracting. It's annoying. Yeah, that's what it used to be, but now they've kind of had to. They had to kind of change it up a little bit, but it's been there for quite a few times. Yeah, so I don't know if you guys have a county fair where you're at, or if you have a state fair. Some of them have them, some of them don't. That's what this is. It's actually the county fair, and a lot of people go there. That's like the big deal, and it's going to be from now through the beginning of July. Not like it used to be, though. They used to have a lot more displays and stuff before the internet and all that stuff. You'd go there and you'd watch all those slick demonstrations. Remember, they'd have the the knives and the window cleaners and the miracle brooms and whatever else they had. And you'd sit there and you'd watch the guy demo it, and you'd be like, wow, that's really cool. And then they have their little, presentation that they have. The Ginsu knives and what it was. And then when a miracle hand cleaner, jewelry cleaner, eyeglass cleaner, cookware. I remember one time we did actually sit through this demonstration, and the guy was like, okay, have a seat, watch this demonstration. And he had this amazing new cookware. And he gave us like a clipboard, and we watched this demonstration, and he went through all, and he says, the basic set is $1,200. And half the audience got up and left. Hey, Pat. And we're like, $1,200 for cookware? No, thank you. But it's a good deal. You'll never have to buy it again. Well, yeah, not going to buy it this time. So took our free measuring cup and left. So yeah, they had all that fun stuff, I remember. And then they had the bogus handwriting analysis and the whatever, grab bags. I think you used to have that. Yeah, just all those booze and stuff in there that everybody would go through and make your way through and watch the demonstration, the Vitamix, the blenders, the cleaners, the cookers, everything. Not so much anymore. They really don't have that anymore because, internet, Amazon, the TV shopping things. You don't go to the fair anymore. It's not really your destination when you're looking for, knives or something, I guess. I don't know. But they still do it. And I remember going there and they had their sales pitch. Yeah. I remember those. They used to have stuff on the weekend. And it was like the shows of amazing inventions and all the infomercials that they would have. Miracle cleaners, hair in a can. What was that one? Ginsu knives, hair in a can. DD7, now that Flex Seal guy, and all those other ones that they're doing. We cut this boat in half. And we taped it back together. And it still floats. Yeah, or the crazy glue and all that fun stuff. Shock factor to get you to buy the stuff. But yeah, that was summertime. And they used to have pools and stuff that were open. Not so much anymore. I don't know. That was a whole big thing. They would have the pools, and you go swimming, and you'd go. You had swimming lessons or like things like that. It may have. I don't know. I remember that. Ron Popeil. Cover your bald spot. Spray your hair. And the miracle cleaner, and what was it? The oven, the rotisserie oven. Set it and forget it. Just all those infomercials that everybody used to have. Everybody used to get into. Not so much anymore. Like I said, internet. Really? You were for rainbow vacuum? You know what? For years and years, I don't think we have anything. I think it finally got rid of it. My mom had an old rainbow box. It was like a padded, like a Foot Locker kind of thing. And it was like red and vinyl. And I guess it used to hold a rainbow vacuum, and it had the attachments. We didn't have the vacuum, but we used it for like a toy box for years and years and years. And something that you put an old rainbow vacuum cleaner, and it was red. I remember that. And yeah, it was a rainbow box for a vacuum. But now it's like, yeah, they got all these other ones, rainbow and shark and whatever else. Kirby. I know that was a big thing, Kirby. That's what's weird. That's what's weird here in town lately. We had this one place over here. It was called Rogers Vacuum Cleaner and Sewing Machine Repair. It had been there for years, like 20 years. It was like right in the middle of the road, and it was kind of like where some roads merged, and it had many years. It was a little ramshackle shack, and the guy used to have all the vacuum cleaners and stuff out. It was years and years and years and years and years. Well, apparently he retired, and the place was still there, and something happened where the building was all like boarded up, and it burned, but it didn't burn completely down. So it was all still up there, and it was all charred, and now they put a fence around it, and I guess they're rebuilding the building, and they're going to make it like a landmark, I guess, or something. I don't think Roger is coming back to do his vacuum cleaner and sewing machine repair, but apparently they're going to have the building back. I don't know if they're going to put anything in there, or if they're just going to have it as like a historical monument or something. I don't know. It has been there for many years. Seeing all the vacuum cleaners lined up there. And most people don't repair vacuum cleaners anymore. Maybe sewing machines, but yeah, I just remember always seeing his vacuum cleaners out in front in a line. many years. It's a shame to see things like that go away, you know. Mom and pop shops that have been there for many years and part of the community, and either the people retire or something happens. Oh, do you use the what is it, Flowbee or Suck Cut? It sucks and it cuts. Yeah, the vacuum cleaner hair thing. I don't know. Did some of those really work, or did they not work? Did you guys ever have anything that you bought off of either infomercial or online or something like that that actually worked like it was supposed to? I know I bought my share of miracle inventions that were supposed to be really good. Most of them, nah. Things like, what is it? Egg peeler, miracle knives, choppers. I had one that actually did work. It was a hand crank, like chopper mixer kind of thing. That actually worked pretty good. It had 3 blades, and it was hand powered. You twirled it around. It did cut pretty good, and it didn't like tear it all up. It didn't shred it up. Didn't get jammed. So that one worked good. What else did I get? I got like a dough scraper. Some other stuff, but most of the stuff, most of them didn't work like they claimed it was supposed to work, like the miracle knives. And I remember one time I did send away for Ginsu, and it was, what was it, eBay or something. It was 99 cents for a set of 4 Ginsu knives and a couple steak knives. Those are the cheapest things I've ever seen. I mean, they were like metal, sheet metal. They bent. They burnt. Plastic candles were cheap. They didn't cut worth a darn. Uh, yeah. Even the chef's knife, you could bend it halfway around, and it was like all warped and all that stuff. So, yeah, never as good. Yeah, I remember seeing those. Magic Bullet. What else? Blenders, food processors. Yeah, miracle cleaners. Uh, Ointments and stuff like that, all the things that are supposed to help you out. I remember my mom years ago sent away for one of those exercisers. Talk about funny. It was it was a thing you put it on the door handle and had a rope and pulleys and little loops for your arms and legs, and you would hook it onto the door handle. You hook your hand onto one, and then you'd pull your feet on the little pulleys, and then the rope kept getting jammed in those pulleys, and it never worked right. That was supposed to be the exercise equipment that was supposed to help you out. And what was it? The sauna suits and what was it? The chair, the twist chair, the hula chair. I saw that one. And then those Jim Bowflex and all those other ones that everybody was promoting. Spokespeople, models, celebrity endorsements. They'd have what was the one? Chuck Norris and Christy Brinkley and some of these other people were supposed to be, this wonderful new product that you guys were supposed to be able to promote and have, but 90% of them did not work. Just a waste of money, just a way to get it from you, and I don't know too many people that and then the old classic ones that people would get, Mr. Microphone, and what was it, the record vacuum, Mr. Microphone Pocket Fisherman. What's that other one? Rotisserie oven, inside the eggshell scrambler, the smokeless ashtray. Boy, that guy had a whole lot. I was seeing all this old inventions and commercials and stuff like that. Stain remover. I remember seeing the one where the guy was talking about car wax, and he was setting the car hood on fire and putting acid on the car and just wiping it away after treating it with this miracle car wax or whatever it was. What else? The miracle stain solution that would take the stains out of your shirts and drapes and all that stuff. There's just so many different things that were supposed to be the greatest thing ever, and they demonstrated how great it was, and you'd get it home and it didn't work worth a darn. Money back guarantee. And if you act now, get twice the amount for separate shipping and handling fee. Yeah, gotta watch those though, because when you get hooked up in those and they put you on a list, they sign you up for other stuff and you start getting charges. Yeah, I remember that. The sea monkeys. I had sea monkeys, I believe. What else was there? Sea monkeys. There was another one. Ant farm. X-ray specs. They used to have a show. I remember watching it. It's called Fight Back with David Horowitz, and his motto was, "Fight back and don't let anyone rip you off." And he would get things from people. They would send in the things that they had sent away for, and some of them were like just horrible. The people would send away their money, and what they got was what they got. I remember seeing the one, and it was a solar-powered clothes dryer. And it was like $19.99, and the guy sent in his money, and he got back in the mail a clothespin and a piece of rope. That was his solar-powered clothes dryer. You put the rope up, you put the clothespin on your thing, and then you had solar powered. So, yeah, most of the time you get what you pay for. And people trying to, go cheap and come up with this miracle thing, and they give what they want. I know that happens a lot on eBay, that people would try to scam you. They would put a picture of something. And in the fine print of the auction, it would say, this is for the picture of a printer. It's not a printer, it's a picture of a printer. And people would be bidding, $15. Wow, that's cheap for a printer. And then when the thing finally came through, it says, this is the picture only. It's like, wait a minute, I've been scammed. So some people do not read the fine print. Gotta watch every little thing that's out there. Just like I said, look before you leap. Before you click that button, make sure that you know what you're getting into, that you know what's going on. And yeah, and especially if you're doing something from a unknown site. If you're doing it from somewhere like, Amazon or eBay or something that's protected, so you're okay. Yeah, so you just gotta be careful. Look into it, do your homework, know what you're getting into, and know what you're purchasing. Because sometimes they do try to pull a fast one. That happened one time. I bought they tried to pull a fast one. I bought an iPad, and they tried to pull a slick one on me. I bought an iPad for my mom, and the memory, there was like two different models, and one model was like 16 gig of memory, and one was like 256, and I paid for the 256, and it was like like $100 more or something. So I put it in, I waited, they sent me the iPad, I got there, everything was cool, fired it up, and started looking at it. It looked all cool, and then all of a sudden I started looking at it, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's not right. The amount of memory is not right. And it was like, 16 meg instead of 256. And I'm like, wait a minute, that's wrong. I paid for 256, and this is like, way a lot less. And they charged me all this money. So what I did was I immediately contacted the people and said, hey, I paid for this amount of memory. And then they said, oh, there was an oversight, you need to send it back. We'll give you a refund. Unfortunately, we don't have the other one in stock. And if I wouldn't have looked, I would have, gotten the cheaper version and got taken for, a couple $100. So you got to be really, really careful with some of these things. Even when you get them, sometimes they are not quite right. They don't pick them. Got to stand up for it. Got to go back and make sure they do it right, especially for something like that. If it's, they give you the wrong taco sauce, that's no big deal. But when it's something that big, you got to really jump on them. But if they give you hot sauce instead of fire sauce, that's no biggie. I'm not gonna yell. Just next time, just be a little more careful. Almost now you have to check everything before you walk away, because everybody, they don't pay attention. They're not watching. They just do what they do, and sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's unintentional. So just be careful. Check it out. So, what have you guys been up to? Anything good? I don't know. Any good shows on TV, any new series and stuff right now. Summertime's kind of rough because everybody's taking the season off. They're all into reruns. They're waiting for the new season, the fall season. So you're kind of left binging old stuff or trying to find new ones. Now's the time to go catch up on some of the things that maybe you didn't get to watch all the time. Catch up on the series you didn't get to finish. I've got a couple of them that I've started, and I got to fill in some of those episodes. Unfortunately, some of the ones that I did watch, the seasons have ended, so unfortunately, I got to find something else to watch now because, the series is over, and, some of them, they ended them pretty good. Some of them not so good. That's always that way. Some of them, they go out in a good way, and some of them you finally watch the episodes and you're like, what? I watched all that for this? This is junk. I know that a lot of people said that about The Sopranos. They said, that's not really an ending. Just fades to black. And then other people, some of the ones I did not like where they jump ahead. All of a sudden, it's like, it's there, and then all of a sudden it's like 50 years later, and everything's all resolved, and then they don't really fill it in. And I hate when they do that. Have to go out with a proper ending. There's only been a very few episodes that series and stuff that have gone out on a good note. They made a good final episode. They really resolved it at the end, or they didn't leave you going, huh? Or really, that's what you're going to end with? So sometimes they've done that. I've seen that happen a lot. I don't know why. They run out of storyline. The writers changed. Who knows? They just kind of abandoned the series. I know that recently they did that with Curb Your Enthusiasm. I don't know if you guys watched that one. That's the guy that did the writing for Seinfeld. And not to spoil it, but they ended it the same way. Yeah. They ended it, and then at the very end they go, you know what? We should have ended Seinfeld that way. They kind of figured that out. So, but yeah, sometimes they kind of write themselves into a corner, and they don't really know what to do. Sometimes they just don't really end them. Hi, Tezzy. Tezzy. Hi there. What are you doing? You hungry? Gonna go get some food? Come on, Tezzy. Tezzy, come on. Tezzy. Go get your food. Go get it. Okay, bye. Go get your food, Tezzy. Tezzy. This cat has got, he needs a haircut really bad because he's got fur everywhere. He's still got his big winter coat, and it's getting so hot, and I'll have to give him a little trim and get some of that hair off of him because he's getting really, Tazzy. Oh, Tazzy. Go lay down. Go back on your bag. Taz. Don't play this game. Yeah, he comes by every once in a while, just wants a little bit of pets. There you go. Where are you going to go? Okay, bye. Oh boy, I'm telling you. Yeah, he's been pretty good though lately. All right, no more fur now. Getting fur everywhere. Yeah, He's got fur flying everywhere. Go find somewhere to sit. Dazzy. He's rubbing around on the floor. He always does that. He used to do that a lot of times. He'd come up on the thing. He'd come and photobomb the thing, or he'd cry or something like that now. Yeah, I don't know what you're doing, baby. Go lay down. So, yeah, it's supposed to be mild this weekend, so not terribly, terribly hot. Hopefully be able to find something to keep it cool. A couple places and stuff that I try to check out, like for ice cream and all that stuff. I've been kind of getting a craving for a soft serve cone. Yeah, I think it said ours is going to be like Tuesday or Wednesday. So it's going to be like in the 70s and 80s, and then 90s coming up later in the week. So we'll see. But like I said, yeah, try to stay inside, stay cool, maybe stay hydrated. Lots of water. Make sure you drink lots of water. Or like Gatorade or anything like that. And yeah, make sure everything is taken care of. Also pets too. Make sure that they have lots of water, that they're not out in the heat. Been trying to make sure that Tazzy gets water, and he's got plenty of food because, yeah, when it gets hot like that, they can suffer too. So he's an indoor cat, but still, you know, you got the, make sure that they got plenty of water, plenty of food, and they're well taken care of. Oh, Tazzy. Okay, bye. So other than that, yeah, not been a whole lot going on. Like I said, I've been trying to keep up to date on what everything. Now something I've heard that I didn't even know about. Apparently, the one site I used to follow it here and there. I'm not real big on it, but they said that Chuboom is no longer around. I guess it's been shut down. A lot of people used to follow that to get their like news and stuff on releases, and I don't know what happened. I didn't read the whole thing about it, but apparently they're no longer functioning anymore. I don't know if they got taken down or they got shut down. It's Tazzy, stop. Tazzy. Yeah, Chuboom. It would have all the latest news on like food releases and new products coming out. They get the scoop on stuff, and then they promote when other people were doing them. Apparently, they are no longer functioning. I don't know if they got shut down. They went under. I don't know what happened, but that's what they were saying earlier, saying that something happened to Chuboom. They haven't updated, and they're not putting any new information out. And apparently, they're no longer going to be there. So it's sad to see that happen. I don't know the whole story. I don't know the whole outcome of it. I just know from what I've heard. I guess if you did a little bit of research and figured out, I don't know. But like I said, I used to go there and I'd catch bits and pieces of like new releases, places that were coming out with new things, or what they plan to do, or some of the new plans for future things, stuff like that. Anytime someone had a new review, or if they were doing test marketing in certain areas, they always had the scoop on it. But apparently something changed with them. But like I said, I don't know the whole story. I've only heard bits and pieces of what I heard. So I guess you can take a look into it, check it out yourself. Tazzy. Anyway. But I kind of gathered through it. Really? Yeah, almost having to turn the AC on here. Try not to run it. Just trying to take it easy. Keep the lights off. Keep the fan going. Drink lots of water, and keep it cool. Shorts and spray bottles and whatnot. Try not to run it when you can, because it does eat up quite a lot of electricity. It's silly to cool the whole house down just for being in one area. So if you do have a fan or a portable thing or whatever, just put it in the area where you're at rather than cooling the whole house down, just to keep your area cool. Of course, you could get a block of ice stuff. I need to go down there and check that out. Somebody was asking, yeah. Someone was asking about what place in town sells block ice. A couple of the grocery stores have block ice, not crushed ice, but actual block ice. And there was one place that I don't know if it's still there. It used to be a Dom Surplus store, and out in front they had a old-fashioned ice house vending machine. And I don't know if they're running that anymore. I have to go and take a look. It was a separate building, and then you put in a couple of bucks and you can get a bag of crushed ice or a bag of block ice. And it was just like a giant vending machine, but it was an ice house. Go there, get your farging ice hole and get cool. I don't know if it's functioning or not. It's kind of separate, and apparently it was able to have a 5-pound bag of ice or a 5-pound block of ice, a couple of bucks. I don't know if they got rid of that or not, because they when they closed down the Dom Surplus, they put some kind of outdoor clothing outfitters, and I don't know if they still have that thing functioning or not. I have to go and look. Kind of cool to see how that works. If you can get a block of ice as a vending machine, a couple of bucks. I think $4 or $5 you had to pay for it, and I think you had to put the dollar bills in, or a $5 bill. I don't know. I didn't really look at, but it'd been there many years, or since I was little. And what do you want, Tezzy? Tezzy, come on now, stop it. Go over there. Tezzy, you're driving me cuckoo. Tezzy, stop. Go. Yeah, Tazzy wants everything. He wants attention is what he wants. He's got food, he's got water, he's got all that stuff. He just wants to come over and bug me. Because he's rubbing on the chair and knocking his head over here. I'll pet you later. Anyways, yes, it's a little bit late here. Like I said, best time to do stuff is at night. Like I said, it's cooler. You can get the stuff done. Do laundry and stuff at night. That way, it's not as hot. You don't have to worry. The electricity is cheaper to run at night. But I went to the store the other night, later at night, and there was no one in the store. It was nice. Able to go in, do what I wanted to do. I didn't have to deal with all the people or the kids or anything like that. It's nice and cool out. No one bothered you. Didn't have to worry about people all out in the parking lot and all that fun stuff. Definitely much cooler, especially when it's 100 degrees or whatever, and you go out later at night and you go and you get the stuff, and no one bothers you, and you don't have to fight the heat. And it was nicer, although you don't have the kind of things that you have during the day, like the departments of the fish department and the meat department aren't open, but you got to take what you got to take, and you got to pay what you got to pay. Some of them have been a little bit pricey too. And what they're charging for what they're putting out, yeah, they should be ashamed of themselves. Trying to pass off, you know, a half-inch thick steak for like 25 bucks. Yeah, ridiculous. So that's where they're doing it now. Everything is twice the price, half the size. And unfortunately, that's everything. They're doing it everywhere. Grocery stores, fast food places, everybody's what they call it, shrinkflation. Burger King is the biggest one. They used to have the King burger, and it used to be Whopper size, and now the King is the junior patty size, little tiny bread and the other stuff. And what was it? The 2 for $5 is the junior Whoppers and the all that stuff. And before it used to be, you know, regular Whoppers. And so everybody's they're scrimping, they're changing it up. Tazzy, what are you doing? So yeah, just gotta use your brain, look at stuff, choose wisely. A lot of people put a lot of comments about I did the Wendy's sauce nuggets. Yeah, that was a little bit nuts for that. For a 4-piece order, it was $3.79, $3.80, almost $4, almost $1 a nug, and that was for a 4-piece. I think for the 6-piece, I think it was $4.19, and then I think for the 12-piece was like $6 something. I don't remember the exact prices. I just know for 4 nugs it was almost $4, and everybody was like, "Man, that's highway robbery." Unfortunately, yeah, 4 nugs for almost $4. Now, McDonald's is doing the same thing. They used to have the 20-piece McNuggets used to be $5. Now they're up to $7 for a 20-piece nuggets, and I think a 6-piece is like $4 something. I don't remember. Yeah, you know, you're almost better doing your own, because you know where it's coming from. You know what goes into it, and you can kind of control it. Unfortunately, I found that out tonight. Yeah, I found out that my homemade ingredients are better than store-bought, so won't be trying that one again. I'll stick with my own because I know what ingredients go in it, and I know what I've got, and yeah, make it a little bit better. So nice try, interesting to see what you're doing, but yeah, sometimes the store-bought's not always the answer. Although lately, when you buy the stuff at the store, it's, I don't know, is it me, or have you guys noticed that things have kind of lost their taste? They're not as good as they used to be. Like the hamburgers quite aren't as tasty. I don't know if it's the seasoning or it's the quality of the meat. They just don't have as good a flavor from what I remember. I know the biggest thing is like breakfast cereal. Used to get the Count Chocula and all those other ones. They do not taste the same at all right now. The new ones, I don't know, they taste blah to me. I don't know, maybe it's more, maybe you guys, different taste buds have matured and they've changed from when I was little. I don't know, but a lot of the stuff, just not Not like I remember it. And I don't know. I think part of it is that they are doing quantity rather than quality. They're mass producing everything, and they don't care about quality or whatever. So it's just kind of blah. At least that's what I've been getting. Maybe it's the markets that I shop at. Maybe it's the products that I buy. I don't know. Sometimes so, and you got to pay a little bit more for premium product. Yeah. Because I know, like, Lucky Charms is all like multi-grain and half the sugar, all that stuff. They changed it. It's not quite as decadent as what I remember. I don't know. It's cheaper. They're cutting costs. They're saying, well, it's cheaper to put this in it. The prime example is high fructose corn syrup in place of cane sugar. It's cheaper to put the fructose in there than it is to use regular sugar. So that's why they're going to do it that way. It's cheaper. They get more profit. It doesn't quite taste the same. That's like a real Mexican Coke or a Mexican Pepsi in the actual bottles. Much better than the cans or the other ones with that high fructose. I mean, if you ever go to your market, and you could find them, they still have them, bottles of Coke, bottles of Pepsi. I think 7-Up and a couple other ones still have them in the glass bottles. Yeah. So if you try it back to back, if you try a bottle of regular Coke and then you try the bottle of, or a plastic bottle or whatever, you notice a difference. It does not taste anything like the other one with the real sugar. So much better, so much more satisfying, and unfortunately, like you said, that's what people are growing up with. You can find them, but it's hard to find them here and there. And everybody's more into the stuff, and it's mass produced and it's cheaper, and you can get a 12-pack rather than one bottle for what you're paying. So, yeah. But yes, the flavors have definitely changed. I don't know. Not from what I remember. They used to be so much better. And when they bring back, a lot of these ones, they're bringing back things, and then they're saying, it's back. It's not quite the same as I remember it anyways. Like I said, maybe because I'm older, my taste buds have changed. Not quite what I remember it. I noticed a lot of things like with candy, like, what was it? The bottle caps. The little bottle caps candy. They're way small now. They don't quite taste the same. Packaging is totally different. It's not what I remember. They did that with the Twinkies. They got smaller. And I found out, I don't know what is going on with the Hostess. I know they got bought out. I know they went for bankruptcy. They got revived by another company, but there are certain items that they have that have disappeared altogether, and silently could not find them anymore. And I was reading it. I finally tracked it down on the internet and found out that apparently somewhere along the line they've discontinued them for popularity. The Suzy Q. I don't know if you guys remember Suzy Q's. They were just the sponge cake with the filling on the inside, no frosting. Those are gone. They don't make them anymore. I used to like those. Suzy Q was a good one. It's kind of like a cupcake without the frosting. that disappeared. Chocodiles or fudge covered Twinkies. They're nowhere to be found. I cannot find them. No one has them. They don't have them online. They don't have them in the stores. They silently disappeared. And no one seems to be able to find them. I don't know what's going on. And I know that with the pies, they've kind of discontinued all the flavors. Now there's only apple and cherry pie. They used to have all kinds of other blackberry, lemon, a couple other flavors, but now it's only 2 flavors of the pies. So those are gone. I know some of them were limited times, like the banana filled and the special filling Twinkies and peanut butter cupcakes and whatever. But the standby ones, yeah. And now they're putting out all these new ones, the Kaz bars, the bouncers, the Meltamores, all that stuff. They've kind of replaced them. But yeah, a lot of the things silently disappeared. And the one thing that kind of got to me was, I didn't know this. I grew up on this. When I was little, for New Year's, I would get Collins Mix. Canada Dry Collins Mix. It was like a sweet and sour, kind of citrusy, like a grapefruit kind of soda. You'd mix it at the bars, you know, they'd have the Collins Mix and vodka Collins, Tom Collins. Well, Canada Dry used to have a bottle that had Collins Mix. They had club soda, they had club soda, seltzer water, then they had ginger ale, and then they had the Collins Mix in the bottle. It was like a 1 liter bottle. And I used to, for New Year's, I used to do that. I put Collins Mix and like cherries or grenadine or whatever, and make my own kind of, you know, celebratory drink from when I was a little kid. And watch Benny Hill, New Year's Eve Gala, and I'd have my Collins Mix with cherries in it. They discontinued the Collins Mix. They do not make Canada Dry Collins Mix in the bottles. Now they have the regular Collins Mix for like the bars and the bartenders and all that stuff, but they do not have it. Yep, Dolly Madison, I remember that. That kind of went away. They used to have the Snoopy and Peanuts cartoons and stuff and advertisements for them. I don't know if they still have Rainbow Bread or not. They might, but yeah, from when I was little, they just don't do this stuff anymore, and a lot of it, yeah, discontinued due to lack of sales is what they're calling it. No one wants it. No one bought it. So then they said, okay, well, we're just going to discontinue it. So they don't do that anymore. Cannot find it. And then I go back and, you know, look it up, and it's like, well, somewhere along the line they decided to discontinue it. Lack of interest. People didn't want it anymore. They lost money. I don't know. But, you know, sometimes, you know, you look back on your childhood and the things just aren't quite the same. They're not there. They've changed. Lack of interest. The biggest thing that I've been noticing around here is the markets don't have all the stuff that they used to have when I was little. Yeah. I mean, they don't offer everything. Used to go to the grocery store and the supermarket, and they had all kinds of different products. 90% of them aren't even there anymore. I remember talk about this the other day, going to the supermarket, and then they had all the stuff that they don't even offer it anymore. Used to have that, what was the breaded veal cutlets that butcher would have, chuck steak, salmon steaks that were like the little horseshoe things. They don't do that anymore. Porterhouse steaks, they hardly stock those anymore because too expensive. No one, I think you have to get that on demand. Just a lot of stuff that they had on display, and they just don't do it anymore. Either no demand, or the butchers and stuff don't want to take the time because no one wants them. And they used to have so much more that they would prepare. I guess they're just not selling them. Lack of interest. Maybe it's my area that they don't like that particular stuff anymore. They're more health conscious. They don't like all that other stuff. But I noticed, yeah, they are not offering a variety. Now you can ask for it specifically, I guess, if you wanted to, a specific cut. They just do not put them out like they used to. So go to the butcher or the meat counter, and they had everything. They had, you know, whole chickens, cut up chickens, just all that stuff. And now, yeah, you have to special order a lot of stuff. Not from what I remember. And unfortunately, a lot of the things that I grew up with, they don't have around anymore. Sadly. Where did I go with looking in the ice cream, and all the ice cream is gone that I used to grow up with. I've seen them, but I haven't seen them all that often. It's like the old push pops, the sherbet push pops that you get like from the ice cream man. The malted cups are gone. I know those are gone. They don't do those anymore. With the wooden sticks that you use as spoons, they don't have those anymore. Yeah, the push pops. Eskimo pies are almost extinct. Was it what they call it, sidewalk Sunday? 50/50 bars or creamsicles. They don't have those. They have them occasionally, but yeah, a lot of that stuff is just like gone. I was looking for popsicles, and I'm like, where? I was in the store. I said, where is the popsicles? Just plain popsicles. They didn't hardly have any popsicles. They didn't have any missiles. They had a bomb pop. They had, but I'm like looking for the old good popsicles, like in the yellow box with a banana root beer and lime, I think it is now. And then they had all kinds of weird ones, like the Minions and the Mickey Mouse, all these other things, and they don't have it. Or Otter Pops, I remember those. But yeah, just finding the old time stuff, it's almost non-existent anymore. I don't know if they just discontinued them, or the places don't carry them, or maybe they're just out of stock because, you know, the hot weather. I just remember all that stuff and not there anymore. They've moved on, I guess. So yeah, if you want to relive your childhood, keep an eye out and trying to find stuff when you can. Not from what I remember. A lot of stuff has been discontinued, has been changed. Now, I did go to the grocery store the other day, and I was surprised. Probably apple fritter. To see they had a setup where it was one shelf and it was all classic candy kind of set up, and they were all, it was like rainbow gum. What else? Bazooka. They had a couple other ones, although I did find, I think I still have it here. Put it here. Yes, I did pick up a few items just to, there we go. I picked up a couple items just because I picked them up. They were sitting on the classic shelf, I guess. I will have to do this. Future review. This one was cool. I've never seen these ones. It says Blow Pops. Blow Pop gumballs. filled with crushed lollipops. So it's blow pop gumballs. So kind of weird. That was one I found, and then I found these should be good. I don't know. This is classic, sort of, kind of. Yeah, the Reese's medals for the Olympics, I guess. So if you want to award yourself a peanut butter medal, there you go. Anyway, that was some. I don't know I don't know guitars. I can't read music. I don't know any of the I don't know any of that stuff. So I'm musically illiterate. So I don't know which one sounds better, which one is better. I'm out of the loop on that stuff. I never really got into the whole music or reading music or anything like that. I'll leave that to the professionals. So anyways, yeah, there was just a lot of stuff that was all set up. Oh yeah, somewhere. Okay, I got it somewhere. Whistle Pop, I got that one too. So yeah. The Krispy Kreme's not bad. Oh, fortunately, we don't have a Krispy Kreme around here. Nearest one to me is like 50 miles away, so don't do Krispy Kreme much. Somebody does, some people do, some people don't. So, other than that, not a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, I'm gonna try and take it easy this weekend. Don't really have a favorite dinosaur. So yeah, I'm gonna take it easy this weekend. I need to catch up on my videos. I need to get them uploaded, and need to get ready for next week. So I hope you guys are gonna have a good weekend. Stay inside, stay hydrated, stay cool, and hopefully the weather will be nice for you. And yeah, you could have a great weekend. Enjoy yourself and find something good to eat, find something good to watch, and just have a great weekend. So I think it's about time to wrap it up. I'll have to get on out of here and clean up some stuff and then keep my stuff ready. So anyways, thanks for coming in. Thanks for being part of the stream. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Thanks for being part of the stream. Thanks for answering all the polls and just being part of the community. Okay, yeah, Taz, he's back asleep. Hi, Tazzy. So anyways, thanks for tuning in, guys. I will see you next week. Stay tuned for all the regular reviews, and have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you on the next one.